Welcome to Matrixploit, guys. Welcome to today's session. Today's session is going to be very interesting and useful for you. We are going to cover a lot many things like how to copy a file, how to move a file in Linux, how to make an alias for it, what are alias. Firstly, we are going to discuss what are alias. So quickly, let me start my VMware. So here is my VMware. Let it turn on. I hope you all guys are doing and following my playlist from the day one. It will be useful for you to get learn all the stuff from the day one if you follow the playlist. It will be useful for you only. Okay, so let me resume this VMware. Trust me guys, at the end of the course, you will be very satisfied that what content I have given you, what content I am going to give you. Trust me. So yes, our VMware is turned on. So this is the task which I have given you in the last session. Let me know in the comment if you want me to solve this task. So I'll make it solve. Don't worry. It is quite easy. Just to you have to create a kind of directory structure. Yes, I hope you have done it. Those who have done it, just mention it in the comment section. I'll just revert you all, whoever is mentioning in the comment. Okay, so I'm on my desktop. So I'm going to create a directory of Matrixploit, let's say. We'll just create a directory of Matrixploit. Oh, I have to make empty dir. Yes, now it's correct. The directory has been created. Right. Now I'm going to create a subdirectory structure which is our base directory structure, that is dir1 dir2 sub dir1 sub dir2 sub dir1 sub dir2. Okay, so this is basically a graphical version so that you can visualize all the stuff which is happening on the terminal. So this is the best practice you can do while doing it on your laptop as well. I will suggest you to make it like this. So this is our command, basically a whole command, single whole command which we use to create a whole directory structure, which I have taught you in first episode. You can refer it here, go button. It is in the above section. You can click on that link and access that video. Those who have not yet covered the video, they can cover. So yes, I have created directory structure dir1 sub dir1. Now I am creating a file, that is file1.txt, and here it is file2.txt, right? So our directory structure is ready to use now. If I treat, say, dir1 sub dir1 sub dir1, dir2 sub dir2, and inside sub dir1 there is file1.txt, and inside sub dir2 there is file2.txt. Now I'm going to copy file1.txt to sub dir2. Okay, the command is yes, but my location will be sub dir1. So what I'll do, I'll just navigate to it, navigate, and here I am. So I'm basically inside home, parent, desktop, Matrixploit, dir1 sub dir1. Now I'm going to copy the file1.txt to sub dir2. So basically, the syntax for this thing is cp space source path, right? Source path means from where we are going to copy the file. Then there comes destination path. Destination path means where we want to paste the file. So this is your total syntax. This is your basic syntax for particular CP command. Every command have its own syntax. So CP command have this kind of syntax: CP, destination, source, and then destination. Okay, so I'm going to copy this file1.txt to sub dir2. So here is the syntax: CP, then what is my source? Source is file1.txt, and the destination will be slash root. No, it will be slash parrot, slash home, slash parrot, then slash desktop, slash matrixploit, slash dir1, dir2, sub dir2, sub dir. So as it is my destination path, so this is called as absolute path because it is starting with a slash. So in the first field I have used relative path. In the second field I have used absolute path, right? Then with which name I want to copy, that will be file1.txt. Inside sub dir2, I am going to copy file1.txt from sub dir1 to file2.txt, and here I am going to paste it. So when I hit enter, you will going to visualize that file is copying there. So keep an eye on the left side. When I hit enter, see, it is popping up there. So that is your file1.txt from sub dir. Getting the concept? See, this is the directory structure. File1.txt is still there and it has copied to sub dir2. Now sub dir2 have two files, file1.txt and file2.txt, right? Now what we are going to do, we are going to move the file2.txt from sub dir2 to the current directory. Now, what do I mean by moving the directory to current directory, moving the file to the current directory? We are going to move this thing to sub dir1 so that file2.txt will not more present in sub dir2. Now the command is mv and the syntax is mv space source path, that will be our file2.txt, and then it comes the destination path. Basically, it is a same syntax like an CP command, but the command is different. For moving stuff, it is MV, and for copying and pasting, it is CP. So now I'm going to write the path actual command, that will be MV, that is move. Both have the same syntax. Now I'm going to move that file to sub dir1. So now my location is sub dir1 only, and I want to move this file. So I have to give the full path. Full path means it will be absolute one. So I'm giving an absolute path. So here it is your absolute path. And now I'm going to, like, it has at the end, it is absolute path. Now I'm going to give the path for destination. Now, as I have told you, the time at the time when I was explaining you in the first episode, that when you create a directory, there are two things which are already created in the directory automatically. What are they? They are dot and double dot, right? So I want to paste that in the current directory, right? As we know, dot means what? Current directory, and double dot means previous directory. So we are going to use the same thing with this. Now I'm going to copy, I'm going to move that file from other location to my current directory. So how I can do? Move mv space source space destination will be dot. I can use what? File 2.txt as well. Now I'm going to use dot. So if I press dot and when I hit enter, so it will be going to shown up on that sub dir 2. So it will be removed. It will get vanish off from left side. Keep an eye on the left side of screen on the directory where I have listed the graphical version. So now I'm going to use dot only. This time, first time I'm going to use dot so that you will get the concept. Keep an eye on the left side. So you can verify, you can visualize what stuff is happening. It's our command mv destination source is the absolute path and destination is dot. See, the file has moved now. You can see the blank space over there. It has moved to dir file. Okay, and see, it is listing over in the current directory, right? Here it is showing in the sub dir 1. That file has successfully moved from file sub dir 2 to sub dir 1 successfully, and our location was sub dir 1 only, right? Do practice. If you guys are doing with me only, then it is well and good. If it is not, then just make a notes. What are the commands? What are absolute path? What is relative path? Okay. Now we are going to learn how to get put the content inside a file. In file 1.txt, we are going to put the content into the file. Okay. So now we are going to put a content into the file. That will be, I'm going to use a absolute path. I can give absolute path for that file, and it will be like /home/proxy /matrixploit, then /dir1 dir1 sub dir1, and then file1.txt. The moment when I hit enter, I will enter into the file. I just open it. See, on the left hand side, you are seeing file1.txt, right? So here it is. Now I'm going to open this file on the terminal. See, as I hit enter, the file has been opened into the terminal. Now I can put any content into the file. Okay, any content, whatever I want. I'll put I am line 1, put I am line 2. I'll just make it I am, so I'll make it I am, yes. Then I'll put I am line 3. Then I'll, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, now to close it, what you have to use, you have to press combination of keys. That will be control plus X. It will exit the editor. This is your editor. So to exit this editor, you have to press what? Control plus X. Control plus X, then you will see a pop-up like yes, no, and cancel. Okay. So yes is for saving the buffer. Buffer means nothing but a file with a modified content. And no means it will not save the content of the file. It will keep it as it is. Previously it was like that. And then cancel. So let's see if you realize the stuff like if you want to cancel the thing, you don't want to proceed with exiting the file. So you can put control plus C, it will be cancelled. Again, if you want to save it, control X, Y, and then it will ask for a file name, with which file name you want to save that particular file. And then enter. See, it has successfully saved. If I again open it, it will show me the content, right? Now it will show me the content, and I can now, this time I'm going to use file 1.txt. Now there is another command which we can use with like same like file 1.txt we are using nano, right? So there is another command which we can, another, actually we can say another editor, text editor, that is also a text editor, but it's a advanced one. So that is Vim. So the interface will look like this, and to open it you have to execute vim space file name, and see the content we are viewing. We are able to view the content of the file as well. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just add a thing like in this to add a stuff into this file. Okay, in order to make an edit you have to press I. The moment when you press I button, you will be able to you will be able to edit. So I'll just add a line. I am line 4, and I am line 5. Okay, I'll just add one more line. It will be I am line 6. It will be I am line 6, and now I'm pressing escape, then shift colon, then W is for save, and Q is for quit, and then enter. The file has been saved. Again, if I open it, the content is still there. Okay, so how to save a file? Firstly, you have to get to enter into the file, you have to press I, then enter the line. I am line, let's say 7, escape, shift colon. You cannot write QW. You cannot quit a file and then save it. Firstly, you have to save it and then quit, right? That is the correct sequence. Then only it will work, right? So you have to write W is for save and Q is for quit. So your file has been saved now, and that is the Vim editor. It is a quite advanced editor, which if you want to use, you can, but there are more stuff you have to learn about it. Yes, you can. So see, this is the normal editor. This is a basic one which you can use like in Windows you use Notepad, right? So same like Notepad, this is like that only. And just add a line. I am line 8, and save it, Control plus S. Okay. Now let's say I want to do the same thing on the terminal as well. So to view stuff on the terminal, we have to use a command that is called as cat, C-A-T, and then file name. This command is used to view the content of the file on the terminal. Okay. Instead of giving directly the file name, I can give a file name, a path to the file. Okay, so I'm giving a path to the file that will be home, proxy, desktop, exploit, dr1, sub dr1, sub dr1 file 1.txt. So here it is the content of the file. Give the content of the, you can get the content of the file from cat command. I can view the content with same direct path also. So whatever path starts with slash, that is called as absolute. Whatever path starts with is not starting with slash, that is called as relative path. And that is a very short trick to learn to get understand that thing. And this is a quite important thing. Why I'm focusing on this is just because it is a necessary thing. Like till now, it is the only main thing which I will focus on it. Okay, so now I want to put content into the file using cat command. I can do that with a thing that is called as operator. And this is a operators are the thing which we are going to discuss in detail, but just get this operator. You're just starting up. So you have to use it like cat, then greater than sign, space greater than sign. Then I'm giving the path to the file. I can give the name, but now I'm giving the path. I'll give a path, a full path. That's and then file one.txt. So here it is the file name and all. So I want to put the content into the file, right? So what I'll do, I'll just add two greater than signs here. I want to add, like I am line 9. I want to add. So what I'll do, I'll just add two greater than signs. So when I hit enter, I will allow to put the content in the file. But the thing is that I'll not be able to see the previous content. Now I'll just add a line. I'll explain you why I have changed to from single greater than to double greater than. I'll just do it. I've added I am line 9 and I have exited it. How to exit it? Control plus C. Now what I'll do, I'll put some content into file 2.txt. So cat greater than sign and then file 2.txt. I'll just put I am line 1, I am line 2, and let's say I will get on the another line, and here I'll do it like control plus C. I've exited successfully, and now I'll just check the content of that file. So cat file 2.txt. Okay, so I'm seeing I am line 1 and I am line 2. Both the lines are there. Both the lines are successfully there. Now I'll cat the file 1.txt. Now just check out. I have also added I am line 9 to file 1.txt, but it has not been appended, right? Because we have used double. Also, we have used a double greater than, but still we haven't got that line, right? Why? Because let's see, I'm just adding the same thing. I am line 9 and enter. I'm line 3, enter. And then if I view the content, see that line 3, I am line 3 has been added, has been appended to file 2.txt. Now, if I do the same thing with file this, so I'm just adding I am line, and now I'm adding it to this file and I press Control C. Now I view the content of that file. That line has not been added. Why? Because I have pressed Control plus C. I have exited the file on the line which I want to add it to the file. So even though I have used the double greater than sign, I was not able to add it. So same thing was happened with the file 1.txt. So basically you have to take care about this thing. Whatever line you want to add, here you cannot do control plus C. You cannot exit. If you do exit, then that line will not be added into the file. Else here it is not added. So let's move further. We'll do it like adding a line to file 1.txt as I am line. I have to add it like I am line 9. Okay, so this line has been added. I am line 9. Please cat the file. Okay. So in technical term, you call this as catting the file. Okay. So whenever someone says cat the file, so you don't worry. The catting is nothing but viewing the content. In technical term, we call this as cat the file. Now I'll just do overwrite the file. I'm trying to overwrite the file. What will happen if I use single greater than sign? Now see, cat single greater than sign file 1.txt. And let's say I got like, I don't want to put anything. So I'll just exit it without entering anything. Now if I view the content of file 1.txt, nothing. There will be nothing. In nano editor also I'll show you. See, here also there is nothing. If I open it from here, here also you will find nothing at all. Why? Why is it so? Because you have used a single greater than sign. Now, single greater than sign act as an appending element, and which is used to single greater than sign. Sorry, single greater than sign. It is a overwriting element. So basically, single greater than sign will use to overwrite the stuff. Okay. Now in file2.txt, what I'll do, I am overwritten text. Yes. Now you can see this overwritten text on the screen successfully. So all previous thing has been removed and this new line has been added. You can get this stuff. You are getting it. I think you are getting it. I hope you are getting it. What we have learned till now, that is single greater than sign. It means overwriting the content of the file, right? And in order to make it a comment, if we add an hash, so it will act like a comment. If we add an hash in any front of anything, it will act like a comment. Second thing we have learned, double greater than sign. And this double greater than sign means we are appending the content of the file. Appending means adding content. We have just added the content to the file. Why I'm mentioning this term? Because if you are planning for RHCSA, that is Red Hat Certified System Administrator, RHCSA, they are going to use this kind of terms. They're going to use overwriting. What is the element used for overwriting? So that is single greater than. What is the element used for appending? That is double greater than. So you have to note of this term. So it will be useful for you during your exams if you are planning. Not, then also you can use. Now we are going to create an alias. Now tell me what was the command, that is mkdir, right? We were using it when we want to create a full thing, full stuff, basic directory structure, that is dir1, dir2, sub dir1, sub dir2, sub dir1, sub dir2, file1.txt, file2.txt. All that is our basic directory structure, right? So in order to create it, what we need, we can create that whole stuff in single one line command, right? And that is will be /home. Okay, here I will do it like mkdir-p. So here, from here I want to make, so I'll make it yes dir1 sub dir1 slash sub dir1. So that is our first directory branch. Second will be goes like same, dir2 sub dir2, then sub dir2. Okay, that is for directory. For command, for file, which command we are using? Touch. So touch command is used for creating a file. And now it is file1.txt for under sub dir1, and for sub dir1 it's done. Now for file2 dot 2.txt, that will be under sub dir2. Now this command is ready, but the thing is that why not we can create an alias for it. Alias means a shortcut. Like instead of executing this whole command, so if I hit enter, it will be created under sub dir1, the whole directory structure, like yash dir1. Inside yash there will be dir1 and dir2, and then dir1 have sub dir1, sub dir1 will have sub dir1. All that specific directory structure will be created under sub dir1. Now if we simply tree the stuff, like what is there, and see here, the full directory structure is there. Now I'll just make it a big tree. Yes, You're getting the stuff. Basically, in sub dir1, another same directory structure I have created. Instead of executing that big command to create this directory structure, what we can do, we can just create our own shortcut, our custom shortcut, our custom command. Keyboard shortcuts to move to the beginning of your command, your line is Control plus A. Just type in alias, what alias you want to give. Let's say shortcut. Okay. Then equals to, and then put a single quote or double quote, whatever you want. I'll put single quote and then move to the end of the line. That will be Control plus E. Then again move to the beginning of the line, Control plus A, and then type alias. And yes, your command is ready. So whatever stuff, whatever alias you want to give, you have to put there, and here you have to put the command. Okay, so this will particular shortcut will be alias, and the whole thing in double quotes will be your custom, your command, which is going to execute. So see, this is our directory structure, right? Now I am going to navigate to subsub dir1 again. I'm already in subsub dir1. I'm going to move inside Yash, inside dir1, then sub dir1, and then subsub dir1. Right? So I am inside subsub dir1. Correct? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the directory structure from this particular command. So what it is, I have created that alias. That is nothing but an alias. So I have created that alias. I'll just write, here is our directory structure. Okay, if we go back, and now if we again more one time, we have to go back. Yes. So this is our directory structure, right? Now the moment when I execute the shortcut, that is the our alias which we have created, another directory structure will be created inside subsub dir1. Okay, so I'm going to execute that shortcut, that alias, that custom command, shortcut, and enter. So now, as you can see here, yes, see, is sub dir1, subsub dir1, and then till subsub dir1 again new directory structure. Inside subsub dir1, there is another directory structure of same thing. So wherever you are, no matter if you're executing that alias, then it is getting executed. It is creating the stuff. Now again, shortcut. Whenever let's say I move inside alias. Okay, you want to remove an alias. So this is the command to list all the aliases, pre-build aliases, whatever aliases they have already configured. Those aliases are these. Okay, so here it is our own alias which we have created. It is quite big. Actually, it's looking quite big, and the alias which we have given is shortcut, right? So these are the pre-built alias, already configured alias in your system. If you're seeing anything, then they are pre-built. They are already built by someone. Let's say you want to remove that alias. So what you have to do, the command is unalias, and then simply you have to type the alias, only the alias. Then again you list, there will be no alias. That alias has been removed successfully. Okay, so that is actually your personal, your custom command. You can make it as your custom command. Okay, now I hope till here everything is clear, right? So now I'll just do one thing. Yeah, I'll just create an empty dir. Mm, This I've set empty dir is an alias for touch file, touch command. It is not creating. Okay, now it will create. Yes, I am inside this thing, right? Yes, I'm inside this. Just navigate to the endpoint so that it will be the endpoint wherever I get it. Okay, so let's say I don't want this. I just move to the endpoint. Wherever I'm in the terminal, I'm on the left side on the graphical version as well. Now what I'll do, I'll just do ll that is file1.txt pwd, and yes, I'm inside sub dr1 the endpoint. If I do tree, I visualize the stuff. Okay, yeah, yeah. And just do it like this tree, and then like this matrix point, and inside this there are dr1 and dr2 and enter. This is our basically my directory structure, right? Okay, so this is my directory structure, and now I'm going to execute. Yes, see what I'm executing, mkdir test. So it should create a directory, right? But it is creating what? A file. Okay, it will going to create a file now. Like let's say mkdir command is creating a directory. So now it is going to, I'm going to do what? Mkdir equals to touch. Now what I'm doing, I'm replacing mkdir, I'm allocating mkdir with touch command. So let's say whenever we execute mkdir and then directory name, so touch command will be executed in place of mkdir. So see, touch file, okay, file is already there. So what I'll do, I just create another one, mkdir. I have to use mkdir, right? Mkdir, and here it is. So here the file has been created successfully with the mkdir command. Actually, mkdir is not a command for creating files. But as we have assigned that mkdir with touch, so it is creating the file. If I type it like this, it's still your mkdir command is pointing to an internal command. But still it is giving an output like it is creating a file, right? Now if we move further for stuff like touch mkdir, I just have to do analyze to remove it, analyze mkdir, that's it. Everything will be reverted back. Okay, so now let's move to my home folder, then desktop. Okay, cd matrix exploit, and then here are dr1 and dr2. So now whatever I'm going to tell you, that will be very important. Let's say I want to delete everything of this current directory. So I will use a wildcard mask, and that is called as star. Okay. So let's say I want to delete everything present under sub dir1. So how will I achieve that thing? I can get that thing by simply adding a star. And as I'm using like rm space hyphen rfv, so v I'm using, right? So it is visualizing. It is giving. It is showing us the output as well. It is called as verbose. See. It is ending the end parts first. Then it will end the second end part, then third end part, then fourth. Whatever you have given till there, it is going to. It is a shortcut. You can remove it with this alias. Like you can list what alias is set for that by simply executing alias and then alias name. That's but the thing is that if I open a new terminal and I'll execute alias command, I'll not be able to see that alias. Why? Because it is set for only that terminal. So what we can get from this term, whatever we have done, that is not permanent alias. If you by chance remove the, if you by chance reboot your system, then you will lost your alias. Okay. If you lost one day also, if you leave one day, if you take leave for one day, it will be done. Okay, so I think everything is clear. Let's move to today's task. And today's task is task 2. You just have to create an alias. First of all, you have to find out okay, this you can do. You can just find out a permanent alias, how to set a permanent alias. Then second, you have to create a directory structure. Below task, you have to perform this task. Okay, so yeah, the task is like your location should be subset dir1. Okay, and you will be going to, okay, this is here. You have to do it like copying the stuff from your file. Yes, you have to set an alias for moving a file, moving or copying, or you can take anything you can take, and then you have to paste it or move it to sub dir2. Okay, but the catch is that you cannot navigate to any other website or any other location. You have to do it from there only. Okay, so this is our whole task. So I hope you have understood it.